Welcome. Today, we're not just talking about building homes, we're talking about architecting success. I'm going to walk you through a whole new way of thinking about luxury home building, a model that's driven by data, by precision, and by intelligent automation. We are moving far beyond just four walls and a roof to design what is truly a high-performance asset. So here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll cover the core philosophy, what we call success architecture. Then, I'll pull back the curtain on the automated digital thread that really powers this entire process. After that, we'll dive into a real-world case study, see how we blend timeless wisdom with modern tech, and finally, we'll talk numbers, the high-performance investment you should be looking for. So first things first, we have to fundamentally redefine what a home can even be. We're shifting our whole perspective away from just managing simple drawings and moving toward architecting intelligent, living systems. You see, this isn't just about how a place looks, it's about how it performs, and we can measure that performance. And this quote right here, it really gets to the heart of it. Architecture for us is no longer a static product. We treat it as a strategic, dynamic system, one that is engineered and optimized for efficiency, for comfort, and most importantly for you, for asset value, right from day one. So what does success architecture actually mean for an investor? Well, it means we treat the entire design and building process like a programmable, data-rich workflow. Every single decision is backed by logic, by analytics. This completely eliminates human error and all that costly guesswork that just plagues traditional construction. What you're left with is 100% technical precision. Okay, so now let's look under the hood. The engine that drives this whole philosophy is what we call the automated digital thread. Think of it as the central nervous system for the entire project, and it's what guarantees that seamless precision from the very first idea all the way to the final fabrication. This is where the real innovation is. You see, the digital thread creates this single, unbroken chain of data. It flows from the initial concept directly to the robotic manufacturing machines on the factory floor. This is the absolute backbone of our process. It guarantees that the vision, which has been optimized by our algorithms, is executed with perfect fidelity. There's no data loss, no misinterpretation, just pure automated execution. Now this is where it gets really exciting. Take a look at our software stack. It's like an integrated digital assembly line. We start with generative planning, where an AI explores hundreds of optimal layouts for the site. That data feeds right into BIM automation, creating a self-generating 3D model. We then run all the energy simulations, and once it's perfected, that final digital model is sent directly to robotic fabrication. It's a completely connected, end-to-end workflow. And this lays out the entire project cycle. As you can see, we move from data-backed feasibility reports in just a few days to an AI-driven design to a perfect digital twin of the home. This compresses timelines dramatically and ensures that the data is perfect at every single step. What used to take months of manual, error-prone work is now a hyper-efficient, automated sequence. Okay, so let's move from theory to reality. We're going to look at a case study of a smart home built on a pretty challenging 1,000 square foot plot. Because, in high-value real estate, results are the only thing that matters. Now, a compact urban plot like this, it's a huge design challenge. But for us, it's the perfect test for our efficiency-driven system. In an environment like this, every single square inch has to be justified and optimized for value. And that is exactly where our algorithmic approach gives us a massive advantage. So check this out. This image shows a key strategic decision we made, something we call the linear core logic. By using an algorithm, we pushed all the services, stairs, utilities, all the messy stuff, to the rear of the property. And what that does is it liberates the entire 40-foot front facade. This creates this huge open living space that's just flooded with natural light. It's a simple, data-driven move that completely transforms the quality of life inside. And if you look at this table, you'll see the technology here is not some afterthought or a cool gadget. It is a core architectural feature. The smart glass intelligently tints itself based on the sun's angle. The circadian lighting actually supports your natural sleep cycles. Even the pneumatic elevator is a high-efficiency choice. See, this isn't just a smart home. It's a home that actively works for you. Okay, now this number on the screen, 40 to 50 square feet, this is absolutely critical from an investment standpoint. Our process literally engineers value out of thin air. By using a software-optimized, precision-fabricated steel frame, we get to eliminate those bulky, traditional walls, and that adds the equivalent of a small home office in pure, high-value, sellable square footage. Now, let's explore a really fascinating intersection: how our system harmonizes cutting-edge precision with timeless ancient wisdom. We believe this isn't about choosing between technology and tradition. It's about using technology to perfect and validate these age-old principles. So this raises a big question. Can an algorithm truly respect ancient wisdom? And our work provides a definitive answer: yes. In fact, an algorithm can apply these principles with a degree of precision that's frankly impossible for a human to achieve alone. We approach Vastu Shastra not as some kind of superstition, but as a sophisticated, time-tested framework for environmental optimization. You could almost call it an ancient environmental algorithm. Its rules for managing light, air, and spatial energy are the perfect constraints to program right into our generative design software. And this table shows you the direct output. We literally encode Vastu principles as rules for the software. The AI then algorithmically places the kitchen in the optimal southeast zone and enhances it with automated fire sensors. It positions the master bedroom in the restful southwest and adds automated blackout blinds. The result is a home that feels both technologically advanced and deeply intuitively harmonious. And this concept of a living wall is the perfect example of our commitment to sustainable automation. This is not just a decorative feature. It's a high-performance, natural air conditioning system, intelligently maintained by moisture sensors. This is where technology doesn't just control the environment, it enhances it, creating a building that literally breathes. Okay, finally, we arrive at the bottom line: the tangible returns that make this approach a superior investment. Because a high-performance home must, by definition, deliver a high-performance ROI. So the core value proposition for you as an investor is this: we replace the chaotic, unpredictable, and wasteful traditional building process with a linear, predictable, and highly efficient automated workflow. We are systematically de-risking construction while maximizing the final asset value. It's that simple. So let's look at the numbers. First, a 40% reduction in design time. For an investor, that directly translates to lower project overhead and a significantly faster time to market. While your competitors are still stuck in the drafting phase, our projects are already moving to fabrication. Second, a 30% reduction in construction waste. By moving to robotic, prefabricated assembly, we achieve a level of precision that's just impossible on a traditional job site. That means big savings on material costs, and frankly, it's a huge environmental benefit as well. So, when you combine all these data points, more usable square footage, lower lifetime operating costs, a faster construction cycle, and superior build quality, the conclusion is clear. You have a final asset that is fundamentally more valuable and more desirable than anything built the traditional way. So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Is your next investment going to be just a building, or is it going to be a high-performance asset? Because in an era that's defined by data, the smartest investment is a home that is truly intelligent from the ground up.